what I thought we would do is we would look at TBI's statement that they did release. Now, this was just a reply to someone yesterday on May 30th. So this is the most up-to-date release they have concerning summer wells. And I thought we would look at it and see if there's anything we can gain from the statement in itself. It says, "Hello, thank you for reaching out. We have no plans to hold a news conference." Now, they're saying that in regards to the 2-year anniversary, just to clarify, because we have no new information to release publicly. The facts we've released throughout the case can be found at the link below. Okay, so we'll go there and look at that. That's the extent of what we are able to provide as the investigation remains active and ongoing. So hopefully that means because they're in the middle of an investigation, like they're actively working the case, there's things they're working on right now, and they can't comment because they're afraid, it would hurt future prosecution. That's the extent. That's the extent of what we are able to provide as the investigation remains active and ongoing. We continue to urge the public to stop spreading speculation and misinformation posted by YouTube creators and other individuals. Okay, so I get what they're saying. Because just wild speculation, it doesn't help law enforcement at all. It muddies the water. Then you got people calling in tips because they think they know something because they heard something on YouTube, and it's wild, and it wastes their time, a lot. And other individuals on social media who have no official role in the investigation. I think that is regarding Chris McDonough, probably, because I got to think like TBI, as far as an investigation goes, they probably don't want the parents having interviews out on YouTube that he's done with them for hours that gets timelines out there and all that. That's probably stuff they'd rather, not be just public information, I'm sure. And, Leslie Earhart has had like kind of little Twitter things to say about Chris to where it seems like they have a tense relationship. That issue has been YouTube creators and other individuals on social media who have no official role in the investigation. That issue has been addressed numerous times throughout the investigation. Any new information that we can release publicly will be provided to members of the news media. So, basically what you learn from this too is if you ain't getting it from the news media, then it's not really reliable from, as far as anything that law enforcement said, basically. Okay, and this is TBI's website. And it says, the investigation and the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of Summer Wells remains active and ongoing. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we cannot discuss specifics. Unfortunately, we have no new updates to provide publicly. Should we develop new information that would help in locating Summer, we will notify the news media and the public immediately. The information released by the TBI throughout the investigation, including a list of frequently asked questions, can be reviewed below. At approximately 6:30 p.m. on June 15, 2021, Summer Wells was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County. At that time, no one imagined we would still be searching for her a year later. Said from the beginning, this case is outside of the norm. There are few clues as to what happened to Summer, despite investigators doing everything within their power to find answers. All possibilities are still being explored. Many of you have asked for details about what's been done in the last year. We can tell you that agents and detectives have worked thousands of hours on this case. Numerous search warrants have been executed, cell phone data has been analyzed, and any other available digital evidence has been collected, searched, and documented. This includes the social media accounts of those associated with Summer. 3 large-scale ground searches have taken place in the last year with the assistance of more than 100 local, state, and federal agencies. Those searches don't account for the numerous other targeted searches that agents and detectives have done while following up on potential leads. From TBI alone, more than 100 agents, intelligence analysts, and support staff from across the state have been involved in this case. TBI agents working alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI have conducted 170 interviews during the investigation. That does not count the hundreds of phone calls made to follow up on tips reported to law enforcement that were the result of non-factual information posted on social media. While investigators have been diligently working to find answers, they've had to deal with hundreds of tips generated by false information that in some cases has been intentionally spread across social media platforms. To date, we've received well over 2,000 tips. The vast majority of those pertain to rumors and speculation. We know that this case has attracted the attention of many across the country who genuinely care about Summer and want nothing more than to help find answers. We appreciate the interest. However, we are also aware that some individuals are using this case for their own personal gain by spreading false information on social media posed as facts. Some go as far to solicit donations. This has been a major impact on the investigation. Moving forward, we ask the public not to submit tips as a result of a video you have viewed on YouTube or a theory you have seen posted on Facebook. Please help us and only call if you have direct, specific information about the disappearance of Summer. We can't begin to express our gratitude for the support and assistance from the Hawkins County communities and surrounding areas. The Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist Church provided the location for command posts during all 3 large-scale searches. Numerous organizations and businesses made sure search teams and investigators had food, drinks, and other supplies. The contributions of the members of each rescue squad and volunteer fire department within Hawkins County simply can't be measured. We also appreciate the cooperation of property owners in Beech Creek, most of which gave us whatever access we needed. So that tells us there were people in Beech Creek that would not let them have access to their land. That's interesting. We want to assure everyone who has been part of this investigation or has been following this case that it's not cold. We continue to follow up on potential leads and will not give up on finding Summer. Below is an updated list of frequently asked questions regarding the investigation. Is this considered a cold case? No. Investigative work continues to occur almost daily. Is the Amber Alert still active? Yes, an Amber Alert remains active until a child is located. When was Summer last seen? Her mother reports last seeing her on the afternoon of June 15th at their home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we will not provide additional information regarding the timeline. It's interesting they say that because we know what time she called in to 911. It'd be interesting to know why they just don't give the time she did. Have you searched the home and property around the residence? Yes, more than once, including the basement, crawl spaces, all vehicles, outbiddings, barrels, and other items located on the property. Additionally, canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have also been utilized. Have you searched the phones and computers belonging to the Wells family? Yes. Working alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, numerous subpoenas and search warrants have been obtained, resulting in any available digital evidence being collected, searched, and documented. This includes social media accounts. You analyze cell phone data. Yes, cell phone data and cell tower data have been analyzed. Have you searched the flower bed? There was not a flower bed. Summer's they just talk about it was in pots. 3 large-scale searches have occurred. Dozens of other targeted searches have been conducted over the last year as a result of the investigators following up on leads. Search waterways in the area. Yes, dive teams were brought in to search bodies of water in the area of several different locations. Have you collected and reviewed surveillance video? Yes, we've collected surveillance photos and videos from a variety of locations. Additionally, the entire area was canvassed in an effort to locate any residential cameras that weren't voluntarily reported. Please keep in mind that Beech Creek area of Hawkins County is very rural, few businesses, and no traffic cameras. This one to me is the most telling. Is there evidence that Summer was abducted? None that we've developed at this stage. However, we continue to investigate all possibilities. So, TBI's website says there was no sign of an abduction, and basically, TBI hasn't put out much of anything that, you can glean any kind of guess from. but they do put out that there was no sign or evidence of an abduction. I find that really interesting. There's a lot more of these. If you guys want to read them, you can go check them out. I thought that was the most telling by far.